Another issue I was thinking about today is we can't be afraid to retire our legends. And I think in sports as a whole, we do a good job of this. In sports as a whole, we're usually willing to retire our legends. Hey, you ain't got it no more. It's time for you to do something else. The game tells you when it's over. Except women's basketball, and more specifically, the Women's United States Olympic team, because they have such an abundance of talent that it doesn't really matter who's on the team, they're going to win. Yes, I believe that. I'm sorry to other countries. They're that good. It doesn't really matter what combination they come up with. They're going to win a championship. Because of that, and that could be me as an American, cocky, arrogant American talking, but I mean, per capita, we just have we got more dogs. Because of that, you would think that the women's national team would be more fluid with turning over players. But there seems to be this fascination with continuing to allow the aged veterans to populate the team at the expense of bringing in new blood and therefore new eyes. So the women's Olympic team just announced their roster, and it's a fantastic roster. There's no doubt that roster is going to win. But I looked at a couple of names, and I know that people have talked about these names already, but I'm going to go to a couple names that they haven't talked about, at least one in particular, and one would be Sylvia Fowles. Sylvia Fowles is phenomenal. She's a phenomenal player. She's a phenomenal center. But the U.S. national team already has a Sylvia Fowles-like player on it in Brittney Griner, who's taller, who is younger, who is a better scorer than Sylvia Fowles is. So in my mind, I'm going, isn't this a great place to let a 35-year-old Sylvia Fowles sit this one out? Where's the next person that's coming in? Where's the dynamic? Where's the dynamic center? The one who's not just in the paint, back to the basket, clogger of a player. Where's that dynamic center at? Because when you look at a Jonquel Jones, she is dynamic. She's able to step out. That's what the United States are going to have to deal with coming from these other countries. They're going to have to deal with Jonquel Jones. And yes, Sylvia Fowles can check her. She's great defensively, but she doesn't bring that level of offensive versatility to the page. She doesn't fill it up like that. So if you already have a Sylvia Fowles in Brittney Griner, why do you need another one? That's the opportunity to bring on another youthful young lion in the paint. The other one's obvious. The other ones are obvious. Diana Taurasi's 39 years old, and if I can recall, has not remained healthy for an entire season. I'm not going to count the bubble because that was different. Has not remained healthy for an entire season. Is currently not playing. She's 39 years old. She's been to 4 Olympics. I know she plays at Connecticut. She played at Connecticut, and Connecticut ladies, and rightfully so, tend to get a little bit more shine when it comes to the national team. But isn't it time to pass that torch? Isn't it time for someone else to take that spot? You're telling me that we can't reach a hand out to all of these other young ladies, these other American women who've earned the right, who are extremely talented, who are healthier, who are younger, who can be a look towards the future as somebody to come on, and then you add the Tarazi with Sue Bird, who's 40, and even though she's kept herself in phenomenal shape, she's not like the most dynamic point guard in the league. She is not number one at anything. Actually, I don't think she's ever been number one at anything. She averages somewhere around 12 points and six assists a game. That's for a career. I think career highs in points may have been like 14, 16 points, maybe. Career highs in assists, never really above 6. I mean, never really above 7. So it's not as if Sue Bird's ever been like that work. She's not like a lockdown defender. I remember back in her prime, people giving Sue Bird the work when she was on defense. Her claim to fame is that, well, early on, if you remember, there was controversy around the fact that she was a looker, and people were trying to market her in that way. But the real truth is that she just really understands how to run a team on the court. That's her superpower. She's really good at being a floor general. She has earned every right to be on Olympic teams before now. Now, everybody always says that if you're going to take somebody off, who are you putting on? So let me help y'all out. Courtney Vandersloot's been in the league for 10 years. Same around 12 points. She's the league leader in assists, 8.2 assists a game. She's number 2 in steals, two steals a game. Only behind, I believe, Sylvia Fowles. Number 2 behind Sylvia Fowles. I think Fowles is 2.3. She's 2.0 steals a game. Vandersloot, and she's been doing this for as long as she's been in the league, and she's never made the Olympic team. She's 10 years in. Have we missed the window to have her as a representative of the United States? How about some other names? If you want to say, okay, well, that's 10 years. That's not really bringing in youth. Tanija Laney, 19 points a game, 5.3 assists. Now you're coming on with a little bit more, with more athleticism, with more scoring punch. You're not really losing anything in the assists, because obviously if she's on a team full of killers, by the way, which Sue Bird has always been, she's always been on a loaded team, she's gonna have more assists. That's a natural thing. So she would be a great one. But the one I think would be a fantastic, Arike Ogunbowale. She's one of the top people in scoring, over 20 points a game. She averages 3.5 assists. And here's the thing about it. You know, she's a Nigerian American. She's American, but she's got Nigerian descent. I mean, she comes from Nigerian descent. Imagine if a young talent like that decides, well, you know what? I don't want to sit around and hope that the United States is going to put me on a team because I see what's happened to other people. I'm going to go where they love me. And so then she goes and plays for Nigeria. We've lost out on a talent that should be playing for us. Why? Because we want to give two legends like another go around. For what? They have 4. They've got 4 already. They've got 4. Nneka Ogwumike did not make this team again after leading the team in scoring in the World Championships. How is that possible? Another Nigerian American. Imagine if Nneka and Arike and Chiney and probably several other of the Nigerian American women decided to all go play for Nigeria. Guess what, America? You've got a problem. Because if these young ladies start feeling like Candace Parker felt when you left her off 4 years ago, where she's like, well, if that's the case, good, I'm through, I'm good. No more US team for me. If they start feeling the way she feels, if they don't feel the connectivity to USA basketball, that's when you all of a sudden lose your air of invincibility. Because you're invincible, or at least you're seemingly invincible, because most of the talent wants to play for you, and they're not looking to these other countries of their descent to go and play for. But what if they did? What if they started playing for the teams that they have dual citizenship in, like Becky Hammon did? Because you're not willing to allow the legends to go on. Teresa Edwards was in 5, and I was like, why is she still here? Yes, she's good. Yes, I get it. But she's got 4 Olympics already. Why does she need a 5th? This isn't a situation like Allison Felix, where she earns her right onto the team because she finished top 3. This isn't a situation like that. These people just were selected. Hey, yeah, come on in. They didn't really have to earn anything. How is that right? How is that a meritocracy? How is that moving the game forward? It's not. Sue Bird will be a great story. Her girlfriend's over there, her wife's over there, playing soccer. Yeah, okay. It's a great story. How is that moving the needle of the sport? It's great for her. But how is that helping to bring the new blood in? It's not. Now, after I say all of this, it could be something that shakes out that one of these young ladies ends up on the team. But I'm telling you, there's always the law of unintended consequences. And you keep leaving some of these really deserving young ladies off this team, and they will find other means to express themselves internationally. WNBA, you should be concerned because you are on notice. Thank you for joining me on Talk Spicy. We do this thing a couple times a week. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you're joining me on my YouTube channel, like, subscribe. We'll see you all next time. Peace.